ladies and gentlemen, it is Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for injecting myself in my best friend's relationship because I think he is being a neglectful husband and father? Wow, that's loaded. Okay. My 31 female best friend, 31 female since college, is married to a guy, 35 male, whose life revolves around their college's college football team and, from my view, getting drunk. They are married with 2 kids, and I get the vibe that he isn't helpful. He spends every Saturday tailgating all day and then going to the game. This is literally a 12-hour day that he is away from his wife and kids. She goes to every game, but it's less than half of the time that he spends. She goes to every game, but it's less than half the time. Okay, gotcha. We were talking this last game, and apparently he had friends in town that he hadn't seen in a long time and got very drunk. Apparently he was very loud, drunk, and obnoxious the whole time. He went out that night too and left her to parent both the kids by herself. She's still breastfeeding, so she doesn't really drink right now, and it seemed like she was frustrated with him. I've never really liked him, and I always thought he was not great for her or nice in general. Following social media, this has been something he has been doing for years. I went to the tailgate once, and I found it to be a miserable experience. He was clearly drunk and yelling, "F this and f that." I reached out to him. I sent him a DM on Instagram outlining my issues with him and said he needed to be better. The gist was that he needed to sober up and start planning your life around the kids and not his stupid sports team. He blocked me. That night, my best friend calls me and asks what I'm doing. I told her I'm trying to give him a wake-up call, that he needs to get his shit together or you guys won't last. I said I could tell you were frustrated with him. She said she was frustrated, but one of the friends he was with, he hadn't seen in 5 years at least. She said that he was up until 6:30 a.m. helping with the kids despite being out till 1 a.m. She says my message has caused a big fight and she is mad at me. Says her husband is great with the kids and only drinks on Saturdays with friends. She said she likes going to the football games, which I don't believe, and explained that I was trying to help her out. I told her to wake up. This wasn't a good relationship for her. She called me an asshole. She blocked me on social media. Every time I call, she won't answer and texts back that we have a lot to talk about, but first I owe her husband an apology. I'm not going to do that. Am I the astronaut? Yeah, this is way different than I assumed it was from the title. From the title, it sounded like this was a dude, number one, asking about his male friend that he thought was screwing up. Let me read that title again. You'll see what I mean. Am I the astronaut for injecting myself in my best friend's relationship because I think he is being a neglectful husband and father? This makes it sound like her best friend is the guy. Or OP's best friend is the guy. Yeah, she didn't give a proper explanation in there. It was a misleading title. So I blame our screwing up the poll on OP's lack of a valid title here. But not just the poll. The approach when we talked about you could easily go too far here. It's not even the same starting point because instead of it being your bestie that you're trying to call out on their bullshit, you are speaking on behalf of your bestie to their partner. That's the person you have problems with, but your bestie hasn't even vented about any of these problems to you, hasn't even indicated to you that this is a problem for her at all. You saw this situation happening. It frustrated you, and you started placing feelings inside of people and then acting upon them. You've meddled. You injecting yourself in your best friend's relationship because you think her partner is being a neglectful husband and father is a dumb and bold move. And I say bold because you take a risk. You don't know what's going to happen here. You take a risk that things could turn real south for your bestie here. If this is a troubling situation beyond what you even know about, you could have put them at risk. Like, you don't tread into that territory. You don't. Especially without talking to your bestie about it first, and especially only having that conversation after your bestie has confided in you that she is struggling with all these things and is frustrated by them and wishes they would change and has already talked to her husband and they've gone to therapy and they've done all the things. Like the point at which you would get involved in having a conversation with your bestie's partner is so far down the road that it's a speck, not even visible yet, because none of the prior prerequisites have happened yet. This isn't just dumb. This is dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah, they do say that when you assume. I don't like it. I don't like it, brother, as Navy Thunder would say. I don't like it, brother. I'm giving you ask on 1, OP. Maybe that's going a little bit hard on this, but I think it was driven not by malice, but by ignorance, which means that you're on Bizzo watch too. It's not your relationship. It's not your partner. It's not your situation to be offended about. You're offended for your bestie. And then acting on those feelings in defense of her, but really in defense of yourself, because you're vicariously experiencing all these things. And it's dangerous that you had no hesitation in being like, yup, sent him a message, outlined my issues with him, told him he needs to do better. Didn't talk to my bestie about it at all. Didn't tell her what I was going to do. Didn't tell her after I had already did it. Just decided to. I don't know, feeling cute. Might destroy my bestie's marriage today. You the ask on 1 Bizzo from me. And also, I'm going to throw a little bit of this in here as well. I'm throwing Delulu at you because the fact that you think this is okay. And even after your friend reached out and was like, what are you doing? We have a lot to talk about. You owe him an apology first. And you being like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, you've got some delusions of grandeur going on here. Jenny with the $10 super on the YouTube side says, could she be jealous? That's what it sounded like she wants the wife BFF. Maybe, or maybe, I mean, her bestie definitely views her in a much different way than her partner does, right? So the relationship that bestie has with her values her so much that she can't stand to see her treated in any kind of way. And that's understandable, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's like projecting a whole situation in here. I don't know. But her meddling was unwarranted. It was unneeded. It was unwanted. And now, even after the fact that she sees that all of that, it was unwanted, isn't willing to even consider the fact that she might be wrong. It's dangerous. That's a dangerous person to have in your life.